Hello and welcome to toyotacamroad.com.au. My name is Paul Stevens. Today we're joined by Chris, who is a relatively new owner of one of our Camroads. G'day Chris, how are you, mate?
I'm very well, Paul. Yourself?
Mate, I'm excellent. Thanks very much for doing this with us.
No, of course.
It's quite interesting for me in the business to actually have a customer that's now owned one of our Camroads for a while now. I think we worked it out about 2 months.
About 2 months.
Two
yeah,
months.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've managed to own it. You've been driving it. You've even parked it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us, in your own words, obviously, your experience from when you and I first started chatting to where we are now?
Sure, absolutely. I did a lot of research before I settled on a Camroad. I looked at the European brands, and I don't know where my journey is going to take me. And I've heard some horror stories about people being stuck in places waiting 6-8 weeks for parts, right, for the Euro stuff. Now, with the Toyota, first of all, it's a Toyota, right? Its reliability is not going to be an issue, right?
Correct.
And any competent diesel mechanic is going to be able to work on this thing with their eyes shut.
So, sorry to interrupt them, you bought, and we should tell everybody what you purchased. You bought a CORDE Bunks.
Correct.
Turbo diesel.
Correct.
Okay. And please, keep going.
Sure. And I know that if I've done a lot of red dirt driving in various things and a lot of snow driving, and I know that this thing's going to be perfectly competent in those situations. And should something go wrong, find a Toyota dealer. But it's unlikely that anything's going to go wrong.
Well, we're not just a Toyota dealer, and as I say to people, any mechanic.
Yeah.
So any authorised mechanic can work on these simple engines. I mean, there's nothing complicated about them.
No, correct. And they're mostly going to have parts off the shelf for the thing. Right?
Possibly, yeah.
So that gives you the confidence that you can go on your adventures. Right? I found living with this now for the thick end of 2 months, it's exceeded my expectations.
Nice.
For example, I've had the thing parked down in Tweed Heads for a little bit, and we had one cold snap, and turn the heaters on, thing's fantastic.
And this is the diesel heater inside the motorhome.
Yes, yeah. And then we've had 33 degrees, fire up the air conditioner, the thing's a fridge in 5 minutes. So very comfortable inside. And I like the way that the top bunk folds up out of the way, so I don't whack my head when I get up.
So you're predominantly sleeping in the back bottom bunk?
I do, yes, because there's only me in it.
What's interesting, because a lot of the single travellers, that's what they do. So they sleep in that back bunk, and the bottom one's quite large.
Yep.
And it's well, you tell us. I mean, is it comfortable?
Oh, absolutely. I really like the mattress on it because it's quite firm.
Now, here's a good point, and this is a really, really good point. The Japanese believe that firm mattresses are so much better for you, and they are. You know, if you go to a traditional Japanese hotel in Japan, these are ryokans, you'll step in and you'll open up the rice pepper doors, and it'll be a tatami mat on the bottom. And you go to the wardrobe and you pull out the thinnest mattress you've ever seen in your life, and you lay that down. And the first time you lay on one of those, you're like, oh my God, it's like a rock. However, if you can get used to them, it's great for back alignment, body alignment. You have found no issues with the current mattress?
I like a firm mattress because, funny enough, I've stayed at some great hotels around the world. I've been very fortunate to have been able to do a lot of travel. And you get these big, pillowy, soft mattresses, and I wake up with a sore back.
Yes.
This thing, my back feels sensational.
Yeah.
It really, really does. You know,
remember, firm mattresses.
Firm mattresses.
Yes.
Firm mattresses. And the water pressure in this thing. I've lived in apartments where the water pressure hasn't been as good as it is in the
Wow,
van.
isn't that great?
Yeah. And it says instantaneous hot water.
Yes.
That is an understatement.
Wow. Okay.
It's just like bang, hot.
Now this is when you're using the shower.
Yeah, or the sink.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the shower room. Right. They are known as a wet room.
Yep.
So you do have the toilet and the shower in the one room. And look, over the years I've had people come in and going, oh, you know, I don't want to get the toilet seat wet and so forth. Right. You know, the showers are there as a convenience. You're not going to have the long showers that you might have at home.
Yeah, agree.
The Japanese, what they do, and I've done it myself. So as you know, I've lived in Japan for 14 years. They actually, when they go to onsens, hot spas, you get a little stool and you sit on the stool and you have your shower that way. And it's actually very proficient. You know, you can sit on the toilet and have your shower that way. I mean, all it is water. And then you just wipe it down and you're done.
Yeah, and it goes straight down the drain into the grey water tank.
Yep.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Right.
So yes, I mean, it's very proficient if you want to sit down on the toilet seat and you want to have a shower. Okay, look, some of you may not want to do that, but you're not used to it. But again, the shower rooms are a convenience.
But do you know what I also use it for as well? Because I like a clean bathroom. Right?
Okay.
So I've got it's a Thetford cassette toilet, industry standard, right? So that's really easy. That works fantastically. But when you want to clean the wet room, get in there, give it a good scrub like you would any normal bathroom.
Correct.
Grab the shower, give it a rinse.
It's good, isn't it?
It's done.
And you're talking about the walls, you know, wipe the walls down the seat, then grab the handle of the shower and just rinse it off, and brilliant. Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. Brilliant. So you can keep it nice and clean, right? The fridge is perfect. It's a Waco fridge, again, industry standard. So the fridge freezer's perfect. I get
runs cold?
Yeah. I get 2 weeks of groceries in there because it's just me.
Okay.
The freezer's fantastic. Keeps my ice cream nice and frozen, which I'm very happy about.
Got to have the ice cream.
Got to have my ice cream. The sink's big enough to do your dishes.
The cooking facility, so you've got double gas burner stove top in there.
It's got the Dometic 2-burner stove on it, 4.5 kilo gas bottle. Again, industry standard, no problem. You can get parts for these things anywhere, right?
Well, that's the thing I've said many times, is that the internals of these motorhomes, aka the toilet, the cassette, the stovetops, water pumps, hot water services, they're industry standard, like Chris said. They're not Japanese specific. So you can get replacements for these very, very easily. In fact, the manufacturers in Japan, they did that deliberately so that it was more of a universal style motorhome as opposed to a Japanese product specific type motorhome.
Yeah, one of the things you and I talked about pre-sale was how the Toyota engineers and the Vantec engineers got together and they created this integrated solution.
Absolutely.
And it very much is an integrated solution. It's not some backyard conversion from something that used to be an ambulance or a cargo van. Like, it's a purpose-built machine and you can tell the difference. It's very, very obvious.
Actually, when you're driving down the road, are there any creaks and rattles and squeaks?
Not a single thing.
And again, I think that comes down to the fact of what you've just said, is that they're very much a hand in a glove. That's how I've described them. They are a purpose-built motorhome.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And also being a one-piece mould, so they're a one-piece mould construction, you're not going to have the same leak problems that you have with European-based units.
Yeah.
Because in Australia you've got, and I've said this in other videos, and I can't name the names of these brands because they'll sue me, but everybody knows what they are.
We know who we're talking about.
Yes, where the walls are separate to the back, to the roof, and they're all glued, and then they're siliconed. And one of the main issues with the European-based ones is on most of them the chassis don't go all the way through, meaning that your chassis may end at the rear of the back wheels and you've got that much that is held on by what? And it's almost like it's a drag weight and it does this, forcing those walls and those backs to separate. And then as you're driving down the road, they're always moving anyway, creating leak problems.
Well, sooner or later what's going to happen is the silicon joints, they're going to fail.
Australian
moving.
sun.
Yeah, and also because it's wiggling around, right? You don't have to worry about this thing, right? I mean, if you look at any of the vans that are here, right, regardless of what model it is, it's this one piece fiberglass thing. It's not like you've taken a Toyota Dyna and just screw something to the back to it.
Correct.
Right? It's completely integrated.
Yes.
And you really can tell the difference.
So tell us, Chris, what's this thing like to drive?
It drives like a car. It stops well. It's easy to handle. It's manoeuvrable. You don't feel like you're driving a massive motorhome. You seriously feel like you're driving something compact, which is what it is. And
how do you find the brakes on this?
Brakes are good. Yep. With anything that it's different to a car, so you've got to just lengthen your braking distances slightly. Other than that, no massive difference.
And you're quite high up, which gives you a very good perspective of what's in front of you.
Yeah.
So you can potentially avoid any issues.
Well, you can see a lot. You can see probably 5 or 6 cars down the road.
Which we're going to see right now.
Yeah, it does really help enormously, particularly when you're getting used to it as well. The mirrors are fantastic. You've got a great field of vision. So, and the backwards facing camera is excellent as well. So I've got no issue with being able to see where I'm going or what's happening in front of me. The power steering is terrific. It's very light, and
you can actually adjust that steering wheel too.
Yes, I've adjusted it to where I want it. Yep. So I'm happy with my driving position here. It's very comfortable to drive. Is the best way to describe it.
You don't really feel like you're driving a truck, do you?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest.
I mean, these are a light truck, and you know they do, which is an excellent thing because they do have truck componentry, which is going to last a lot longer, I would have to say, than than car componentry.
And again, it's Toyota.
Now this is a good point right here. We're not shouting.
No.
And that's that diesel, very, very quiet machine.
Yep. It's got plenty of torque, really good low end. So going up hills is fine. It motors along nicely on the motorway, doing 100, 110 Ks. It's quite comfortable doing that, and it's still economical at those speeds.
Yes, these are pretty amazing machines. And you know the seats are very comfortable. They're very ergonomically designed. So would you say that you could do good distances in this and not feel tired at the end of your journey, like you're not fighting the motorhome?
I'd suggest so. I got caught in the storm the other day coming back from Brisbane, and it took me nearly 4 hours to get back because of the traffic and the weather, and I felt perfectly fine when I got back. I didn't feel fatigued. My back wasn't hurting. Everything was fine. The seats are very comfortable. And the great thing about the middle seat here is it folds down. So if you're in the middle of a massive rainstorm and you want to get into the back, you can just walk through.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great design.
Yeah, it's a wonderful design. It's a well thought out design. I've got to go do some grocery shopping after we finished here, and I get to just drive it straight into a normal parking spot.
It's great, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not like it's 7-8 metres long and it's overhanging and carrying on. It just fits. I've had 3 couples and 4 single people in shopping centre car parks or at the campgrounds ask me about this. Where did you get this from? It's so compact. What's it like inside? Can I have a look? You know, and it really does attract attention because it's very, very different to what a lot of people, because they're all in those hire vans, right? And it's completely different to that. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos from the single travellers in Japan, right? And they're all driving around in the Camroads. And you think, wow, you know, and it's got so much storage for something that's quite compact. You know, you've got a place for everything.
I've said many times when talking to potential customers that the Japanese are, the manufacturers, I call them artisans.
Yeah.
Like they have this amazing ability to put so much, not stuff, but practical stuff in a small space, yet you don't feel claustrophobic. You don't feel it's overwhelming. And, you know, I mean, a large percentage of the population in Japan live in small apartments, or they live in small areas. And I think over the years they've worked that genius into these Camroads.
Look, my view of the world on these things is that it's the model of Japanese engineering efficiency.
Correct.
It just does what it says on the side of the tin, and it does it really, really well. I've just spent a few months living in Hobart, and I stayed in the capsule hotel, right? Because I thought, can I get used to living in a small space? Easy. You've got to be practical about what you bring with you, of course. You don't need the clutter, like you're living in a 4-bedroom house and then you move into one of these, you know, it's not all going to fit, so you've got to be really practical.
Another analogy I give, and I've been around Australia 4 times in motorhomes. I think the number one rule before you take off is you lay everything out you're going to take on the lounge room floor or wherever, lay it all out, and then halve it immediately.
Yeah, and then halve it again.
And then halve it again.
Yeah.
Because you're going to accumulate as you go.
Correct.
And if you really think about it, what do you need to take? Pair of jeans, pair of shorts, socks, undies, hat, jumper.
A few t-shirts. Your favourite Metallica t-shirt.
Favourite Metallica t-shirt, toiletries, food, that's it.
Yeah.
And if you think that the concept of travelling is to actually, hopefully, if weather permitting, spend 90% of your time outside.
And speaking of which, because I've done the red dust special and I've done the snow special as well, and we've talked about this before, is the thickness of the seals on all of the external doors. You've actually got to lean into it and turn it because the seals are so thick, so the thing's not going to fill up with red dust.
It's good, isn't it?
It's bloody fantastic.
Yeah, and additionally too, as your background's engineering, but
yes,
as you know, as you're driving down and you're actually garnering speed, there's a bit of a vacuum that happens inside the vehicles, and you couple that with the seals, nothing's getting in.
No, exactly right.
And I've had many motorhomes over the years, privately owned ones, that we've sold, and they have come out from red dust and they're just covered inside every nook and cranny.
Yeah, I think there's 2 points I want to make here as well. For those who are playing at home, you don't get them from the auctions, right? You get them from private sellers, because we all know you never know what you're going to get from the auction. So your guys over in Japan vet the things before they come
Correct.
Here, right? So what you're getting here is something that's been privately owned, and the Japanese look after their assets. So my thing is absolutely mint. It really is, right? And it's been an absolute wonderful thing. The second point is both of my daughters, which when we come into winter next year, they'll be 19 and 15, and I know what's going to happen, right? Because they're both skiers, and I'm going to walk out the front of where I'm staying and the van's going to be gone, right? And I'll get a text saying, nick the van for a week, Dad, thanks very much.
Yep.
And because it's four-wheel drive, they don't have to worry about snow chains.
Absolutely.
And things like that, right? So how cool is that? Knowing that they and their mates are going to be in this thing, they're going to be warm, they're going to be safe, it drives like a car, you can park the thing anywhere.
It's a car licence.
Yeah, and it's a C-Class licence.
It's not bad.
Does it get any better?
I know, right? I coined the phrase, and tell me if you agree with this, best compact motorhome in the world.
Oh, absolutely, 100% agree.
Bar none.
As I said at the start, it's exceeded my expectations. It really has. I knew it was good.
And if you can couple that then on a Toyota frame-based skeleton unit, you're getting the best of all worlds.
Oh, 100%. And Toyotas never die. We know that. Right?
As long as you service them, and all it's like is change the oil, change the filter, keep them clean.
Sure.
It's going to last you for a very, very long time.
Exactly right. I think mine had 74,000 Ks on it when I bought it. That's barely run in.
Barely.
For that drivetrain, right? And again, I'm really big on maintenance because of my engineering background. It will always be serviced to the schedule.
Yes.
Always.
The other thing too, and we touch on this, is they're all automatics with overdrive.
They are.
And they're not a complicated Tiptronic system or a European, manual automatic. They're the Tiptronic systems.
Yeah.
They're a simple Toyota automatic
Correct.
gearbox.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Yeah. And it does the job fine. If you give it a bootful, it kicks down and off it goes. You know. And even I know the petrols are pretty quiet because I've watched the earlier videos which you've made. But because I don't know where I'm going, and I've had issues in the past of finding unleaded, but I know you can get diesels the same everywhere in the country, right? And I was very particular about that, if you remember at the start. It's still quiet.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. The diesels are a very quiet engine.
Yeah.
Even it's right there.
Yeah.
The engine's literally
it is there.
Right there.
Yeah.
And
right.
and you don't have to shout to have a conversation over them.
Not at all. And the other cool thing is what you guys do pre-delivery. You put an Aussie spec radio in it and an Aussie spec TV in it.
Yes.
Right. And that's really cool.
We do that with every single unit.
Yeah.
So it's standard with us is it must have solar.
Yep.
Brand new house batteries, brand new TV, brand new stereo system, must have a reverse camera.
Yep.
And obviously shower and toilet and cooking facilities. So over the years, having been in this business for so long, and I hopefully have learnt what the consumer wants in a motorhome, I literally will spend extra money on each one of these to make sure that the only thing you need to put inside one of my Camroads is your clothing, your food, and yourself.
Yep.
Nothing else.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Yep.
That's been my experience. Yeah.
Okay. How has your experience been with this dealership?
Exemplary.
No,
without a doubt.
Well, thank you, sir. And I asked this question of everybody that I talk to.
Sure.
And I want the honest answers.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've had no negativity on anything yet. Don't be the first one, because I'll leap over this table. No.
We'll edit that out.
No, we'll leave that one in. But on a serious note, though, and your own words.
Yeah.
How has it been with our dealership?
It's been fantastic. Look, from when we first started talking, and I had a lot of questions about, will it do this, will it do that? I've seen these, I've looked at the Camroad website and I've decided on this particular stock number. This is the one that I want. And we talked about it. I left the deposit, flew up, and...
So stop there. So you were in Sydney.
I was in Hobart.
Hobart.
Right.
So we hadn't met at this time.
No.
It's all been on the phone.
Correct.
Okay. All been on the phone.
Yeah.
So you've given a stranger money.
Yep. Complete confidence. So.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Again, because I've done my research, and I would encourage everyone, do your research,
yes.
Right? Look at the website, look at what's in stock. If Paul will find you what you want if he doesn't have one.
True.
Right? And then I flew up from Hobart and we did the deal very, very quickly, right?
Did I pick you up at the airport? I can't remember.
No, because you're too tight for that.
Yeah. Normally I pick up people I like, but never mind, keep going.
I know, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you can see we have pretty good banter, right? During the sales process, seamless, no problem. After sales, where I've had questions, why isn't it doing this, why isn't it doing that? It's all been user error, all of it, right? There's been nothing wrong with the van at all. it's because I did the man thing, and it comes with that big plastic bag full of instruction books, right? And I did the man thing, instructions.
Yeah.
Right. But Paul, you'll always answer the phone.
Yes.
Right? Or you'll send a text, and your technical guy Kyle, he's fantastic.
Isn't he amazing?
He's incredible. He knows these things front to back. So I can't fault the dealership experience.
Excellent.
And I've had things like Mercedes in the past. I've got a list of reasons why I wouldn't deal with those clowns ever again, you know, because they just don't care.
Okay. You said that, not me.
No, I'm more than happy to say that on camera.
Right.
So,
we don't want
remember,
a knock on the door. I'll be sending them to you.
No. Remember, the defence of defamation is truth.
Yes.
So.
Oh, what a classic. And go further up.
Here we go. Speed hump test. Look at that.
It goes over speed humps.
Glides over the speed humps. Just glides over them. None of that weird bouncy truck nonsense. Fuel economy is amazing as well.
That's what we say, yes.
Yeah, really. The 2.5 litre turbo diesel, more than enough power.
Yes.
And the economy is fantastic.
And touching on that, and I like to keep things balanced. The petrol engines are amazing as well, and you know, we bring both in because there are customers that I have, Chris, that don't want diesel. You know, they for various reasons. You know, they don't like the way, you know, maybe they smell like a diesel truck after they've gone to the petrol station, and you know, and for whatever reasons, right? And so then they look at the petrol versions of these models, an exact same version of what you purchased.
Yeah.
The main difference that I really can find between the petrols and the turbo diesels is the turbo diesels are going to have more torque on the lower end.
Correct.
Okay. But both the petrols and the turbo diesels will cruise at 110.
Easy.
And yes, and do it in a heartbeat. You know, so if you are thinking about a petrol, please come and talk to us, because they're an amazing engine. As well as the turbo diesels. I mean, the whole package is fantastic.
Look, it is. And realistically, what I found when I was doing my research into the Camroads is there's something for everybody. Whatever configuration you want, it's going to be available. And inside, they're all a little bit different as well, because whoever bought the thing new specified it the way they wanted it.
Correct.
Right? So there's all these little differences. The one that I bought is exactly what I wanted in terms of a configuration.
That's great.
Right? And I know my girls can use it, like I said, and I know they're going to be safe in it, they can drive it, everything's going to be fine.
I think as a father and a parent, you know, you want your children to be in something, you know, one, they're not going to break down in.
Correct.
Okay. Two, they're going to be very safe in.
Yeah.
And three, they're going to have a lot of fun in.
Absolutely. Yep.
Of course, there's no guarantee it's going to be in the same condition when they bring it back, but who cares? They're our children.
There'll be glitter somewhere, I'm sure. So, you know, but I'm used to that because my eldest was a dancer at school.
Definitely be glitter.
And there'll be
everywhere.
glitter somewhere. So
but that's
guarantee
great. But okay, so look, Chris, I really appreciate this time with you, and look, I think over the last couple of months, you know, you and I have definitely had a connection established here, and I love the fact that customers, I say, become mates.
Yeah.
And our banter and our conversations over the last couple of months, and I'm so happy you've sat here with me. You know, even though we sell a lot of motorhomes, we don't put a camera in the face of every person that buys a motorhome from us. Most people don't want to be on camera, and I get that. I understand that. But it's been, on my end, as far as my position goes, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you. On every single turn, every conversation, every text message, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you. And I think you and I are actually going to become mates.
I agree.
For a very long time.
100% agree. I know outside of our professional dealings, I know I can ring you up and give you a hard time.
Absolutely.
Right, just for fun.
Because you know you're going to get it back.
Exactly right.
Yes.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's part of the customer service.
See, who says customer service is dead in Australia?
Exactly.
Mate,
My man, thank you again.
no
And
problem at all.
if you'd like to know more about our dealership, again, you can go to our website at www.toyotacamroad.com.au. Please subscribe. It's quite important if you do, because you'll never miss one of these. And the beauty about also being on video, you can go back and watch Chris over and over and over again.
And who wouldn't want to do that? Like, really? Yeah.
If you'd like to contact me, my number is 0499 846 273. And again, if you'd like to come down to the dealership and have a look at the vehicles yourself, our address is 170 Brisbane Road, Arundel. Again, thank you for watching. From Paul Stevens and Chris the Man, please take care of yourselves.
And I'll just end with one thing. As Molly Meldrum used to say, do yourself a favour. Talk to this guy.
All right, thank you.